Today we're going to talk about multiplying fractions by whole numbers and mixed numbers. So when we multiply fractions by whole numbers, our first step is that we're going to write the whole number as a fraction by putting the number over 1. So for example, if we have the whole number 2, it becomes the fraction 2 over 1. Then you're always going to check to see if we can simplify before we multiply. So simplify, and we're looking diagonally or across. Then we're going to multiply the numerators, which are the top numbers, then the denominators. Bottom numbers. Okay, so let's take a look at our first example there. We have 2/5 times 3. So I notice I have a whole number, so the first thing that I need to do is I need to change that whole number into a fraction. And remember, I do that by putting 1 underneath of it. So this becomes 2/5 times 3 over 1. I'm going to look to see if I can simplify diagonally before I multiply. And here I see I have 2 and 1. We can't simplify those because I have a 1. And then we have 3 and 5. Both of them are prime, so they don't have a common factor. So we're just going to multiply across the top on our numerators. 2 times 3 is 6. And then we're going to multiply our denominators. 5 times 1 is 5. It is an improper fraction, so that means we're going to see how many times does 5 fit into 6. So again, we're going to just come out here and we're going to take 6 divided by 5. 5 goes into there 1 time, which is 5. We subtract and we have 1 left over. So remember, we're starting like a clock at the top, so it's going to be 1 and 1/5 is our final answer. So that simplifies to 1 and 1/5. All right, let's look at example number 2. So we have 4 times 2/3. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn that whole number 4 into a fraction by putting 1 underneath of it, and then times 2/3. I'm going to check to see if I can simplify before I multiply. 2 and 1 can't be simplified, and 4 and 3 can also not be simplified. So I'm going to multiply my numerators. 4 times 2 is 8, and then my denominators, 1 times 3 is 3. We have an improper fraction, so we're going to change it to a mixed number. So I'm going to take 8 divided by 3. 3 goes into 8 2 times, which is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. Whew. Shoveling some snow out there. So we're going to start at the top. Hello. There's our guard dog, Maisie. Look out. I think we're going to be okay here. Maisie. Maisie. Good job. Good girl. Okay, so we have 2, and come around, we had 2 left over, and our denominator stays a 3. So it's going to be 2 and 2/3. All right, let's keep going. We're going to check out multiplying fractions by a mixed number. So again, we're going to take some steps. So the first step is we're going to convert to an improper fraction. Remember, to do that, you're going to multiply the whole number by the denominator. Then you're going to add the numerator to that answer. So for example, we have 1 and 2/3. So you're going to take 1 times 3, and then we're going to add the 2. So that gives us our 5, and then our denominator 3 just stays the same. We see if we can simplify before we multiply. Then we're going to multiply the numerators, which are our top numbers, and then multiply the denominators, which are our bottom numbers. Okay, so let's take a look at an example here. So we have 1 and 2/3 times 3/4. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn that 1 and 2/3 into an improper fraction. So we're going to take 1 times 3, which is 3, and then we're going to add the 2 to it, which gives us 5, and then our denominator of 3 stays the same. So we have 5/3 times 3/4. Okay. The next step is we're going to see if we can simplify before we multiply. I see 5 and 4. 5 is a prime number, and 4 is not divisible by 5, so they don't have a common factor. But 3 and 3, we can simplify those. They both have the common factor of 3. So we're going to divide by 3, which changes that to a 1 and a 1. So now our fractions are 5 over 1 times 1 over 4. Multiply our numerators straight across the top. 5 times 1 is 5. Then multiply our denominators. 1 times 4 is 4. It is that improper fraction of 5/4, so we're going to take 5 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5 one time, which is 4. We subtract and we have 1 left over, so it's going to be 1 and 1/4. 1 and 1/4. And that is our final answer. All right, 6th grade, so go ahead and flip to the inside. You have 6 problems that you're going to be working with. Some of them have whole numbers, some of them have mixed numbers. So flip back to the front and check those steps as needed. If you have any questions, let us know. Just remember to always simplify your answers before you submit on Canvas, and you've got this.